all you fixed blade fanatics out there. Welcome to Fixed Blade Friday. I did the Old Timer Sharpfinger last Friday. This is the 152 Schrade, made in the USA. It was pretty gunked up. I got it all nice and cleaned up. I just used some case paste. Got the rust spots out. You can still see some stain. I'm not going to polish out the stain. That's history. But it did get the rust off. Clean it up really nice. Stropped it up. This carbon blade took a really nice edge. You can still see a few spots. I'll leave it up to the owner if he wants to polish it up even more, but it looks good. I'm sure it'll work great. I have not used them. Like I said, these aren't my knives. I did a short because this knife, the sister knife here, was found. Mike was over at his grandmother's discussing this knife, the Sharpfinger, and she asked him to pull open a cupboard or a cabinet or a drawer, and lo and behold, this showed up. This is the 154 Old Timer. I think they just call it the drop point. Same Delrin handles, carbon steel blade, but a very different shape. So I also cleaned this one up. You can still see some spotting stains on the blade. But yeah, it turned out really nice. Shield's nice and bright. Delrin's nice and clean. Everything's really nice and oiled up. I oiled up with Ken's leather conditioner, cleaned and then oiled with Ken's leather conditioner. If you have not tried it, get it. It is awesome. It smells great. Feels good in the hands. The sheath for the Sharpfinger and the drop point here. I found it interesting that the drop point had this style of a snap, and the Sharpfinger had this style. Now, if you want to see a good comparison of modern Sharpfingers and older ones, Terry's Knives and Man Stuff just recently posted a video, I think today, comparing his old original 70s Sharpfinger to Chinese-made one, and then another one with a nice bone handle, which possibly might be a Frost brand, I'm not sure. But very cool. The different thicknesses and tangs, blade stock, the grinds. Very, very cool video. Check it out. You'll love his channel. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. But yeah, so this was sitting in Grandma's cupboard. And hopefully we can get it back to her in case she needs to shank anybody at the old person's home. I think she'll be alright. But very cool. I have not seen this before. Big J had mentioned that Warthog had one of these. Just a very cool blade. I like how you get really locked in here. You're not worried about slipping up on the blade. Definitely a piercing blade. Piercing, cutting. Now this can also pierce and cut, but this would be more of a skinning blade. So, yeah, I just wanted to show them together. Grandpa's and Grandma's knife. Beautiful, made in the USA, Schrades. You don't find them like this anymore. I mean, you can find them used. I'm not sure how readily available they are, but and the modern ones are nice. The made in China ones are nice, and I did hear a rumor that Schrade was making these in the USA again. So it'd be interesting to see one of those. I'm sure they're probably about $70, $80. But very cool. Originally I thought these were stainless steel. Apparently that's a separate stamp. There's an actual symbol that would be stamped here on the tang that would signify that it's stainless steel. So these are carbon. And as far as cleaning up the handles, I just used some mineral oil. I didn't want to get too crazy and scrub. RJ had mentioned that you can actually scrub the dye off of it, and it will lighten it up. So I just was really light with mineral oil and paper towels. But yeah, stropped up real nice and sharp. Very cool. So this is my Fixed Blade Friday. I don't have any stories about these knives because they are not mine, but I will be returning them to their owner, and hopefully Grandma gets this back. You know, you gotta have a good shanking knife when you're in the old person's home. I'd want one at least, because you never know when you might have to skin a deer. Awesome. Well, thank you for joining me, everybody. This has been a real treat. I'd like to thank Mike for letting me have these for a little while and clean them up and show them. It's been good fun. These are fantastic knives. I wish they were in my collection. I don't have that many fixed blades, but these would be incredible additions. I'm sure he will definitely enjoy these. Side note, I did not do anything with the lanyards. I left the dirty old lanyards on there. I could have replaced them, but I think these old knives, look just fine with these old lanyards. They work just fine. I love the color of that Delrin. It's like a red-brown. And when I first reviewed this knife, I thought this was bone. Like, this is some seriously cool Delrin. To me, it just feels like bone, like dyed bone. Like, it's not the modern Delrin that we see today. This is some seriously cool stuff. It has held up over the time. Like I said, I think this one was released in 73. Terry says 74. I think these came out in 1976. So these are probably like mid-70s blades. Right around the time I was born. Very cool. Thank you for watching. Stay sharp.